Hey, good morning, everyone. Going back a couple weeks ago, I did a short video here on the garden, and I was experiencing an awful lot of fungus on the leaves on just about all of my plants, bean plants, tomato plants, cucumber plants, and it seemed that everybody else was experiencing something like I have in my hand here. So 2 weeks ago, I went out and I bought this particular product, which you can get at Agway. Okay, it seemed to be the only place that I could find it anyway. I went to Home Depot and Lowe's and they didn't have it. But in any case, I've been spraying about every 7 to 10 days, depending on whether or not a leaf looks like this or whether it looks as healthy as you can see it here. And if you take a look at all of the leaves here on my pole bean plants, they are really, really healthy as I climb up the vine here. I still have a few that looks like this at the bottom, like there's one. And what I did do is I was taking them off as soon as I realized what was going on. So if you take a look at the bottom of my pole bean plants, you don't see any leaves here. And I think that had really helped. But I think it's the spray that is keeping everything under control. But anyway, you can see that my beans are going to start popping pretty soon, and I'm really looking forward to that. Then of course over here I'll catch my wife on video. She never likes to be on video, but she is picking broccoli.
Good morning.
Broccoli Rob. Broccoli Rob. What do you got there, Gina?
Broccoli Rob.
Broccoli Rob. And so anyway, we've been picking this for the last, what, 2-3 weeks? 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe there's what, another couple weeks at best?
At best, yeah.
At best, and then we'll be pulling, well, we'll just let them go into flowers so we can get seeds for next year. And then we'll get ready for, what do you plan on putting in there, Gina?
Escarole.
Yep, we'll be planting escarole for the Italian soup. So, but everything else looks pretty good here, guys. Cucumbers over there is starting to flourish. And then of course I have more pole bean plants here. What I did is I decided to use poles here just so I can, use these boxes for different vegetables going into next year. Then of course my onions are doing like really fabulous. Okay. And then we got Swiss chard. She just picked a bunch of those last night, and we had some of those for supper. And of course there's more onions. I planted about 80 heads of onions. And basil. Pepper plants are kind of taking their time over here. But anyway, we've been picking lettuce like crazy. This is the second crop, believe it or not. And what I'll do is I will, and of course those were, sorry about that, guys. And of course we have some tomato plants over on this side, but I'll show you the tomato plants that I decided to do in big buckets this year. So I'm really excited as to how everything is really progressing over here. And this is new, a new addition to the yard, I should say. So these here are all tomato plants on the back side. And then we have 4 on the front side here because I've got a total of, I think, 18. 18 over here and 5 over there. 5 right over there. So anyway, here the tomatoes are really doing well. I mean, I'm talking like super, super, super well. No fungus. Here are the pepper plants over here. And you can see how much better they're doing here than what they're doing over there. So I really don't know what's up with that. Then we got squash over here. Like here's an example, guys, of a pepper already. Huh? Pretty cool, right? I just love experimenting. And I mean, look at these. I got tomatoes on them. I'm not picking them yet, but they're really doing great in these buckets. My daughter kind of laughed at me when I started doing this bucket thing, and but anyway, we'll eat well for the summer. That's exactly what I told her. And then we have parsley over here, and then we have more cucumbers over here. You see how you got a couple leaves where, don't look so healthy? I just don't know. And I'm going to take a stab. This is just it's not an educated guess, but it's just a guess as to why the fungus this year. Number one, I really started my garden way too soon. I'm talking like a month too soon, and I'll tell you why. I don't know if you guys notice, anybody that does, grow vegetables and things of that nature, but it appears to me, and I could be wrong, but it's just my observation that this year, Home Depot and Lowe's and places like that, they were like a month ahead of time with, their gardening supplies, from vegetables to, shrubs and trees. And I think that's what encouraged me to start planting so early. And there was days where it was cold at night, and I just think that it had something to do with that. And along with them coming out way ahead of what they normally do. In other words, I'm not planting before Memorial Weekend anymore, and I'm not buying plants before that either, because they came out with them so early. I think it probably, this fungus thing started from there, because I never had this problem before. So, and it appears that everybody else that I speak to hasn't had the problem. So anyway, guys, I know I'm going way too long here. Listen, happy Father's Day to everybody. And hey, I hope your gardening is doing well, because I think I may have saved mine this year with that particular product, neem oil. You can see it hanging over there. You can get it at Agway. It's like 11 bucks. I've already gone through 2. I'm spraying about every 7 to 15 days, and it seems to be working. So, okay guys, bye-bye for now, and happy Father's Day.